Hey everyone, MrVerry here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the blood halls. Um, this is actually a really tough area, and I came here with my friend Ildil and his friend uh, Diabolus Fox, and you can see that right now there's two hands, a Betrayed Wraith, and a Dark Torture, so I'm using Mana Shield because Dark Tortures use throwing knives that can hit for up to about 1,300. Um, the hands, as you guys know, can hit for around a little over 1,000, and they can mana drain for up to 1,000 as well. So that's a potential 2,000 altogether at once. The Dark Torturers are only like 10% strong to death, I think, and they have a 30% resistance to energy. Hands are completely immune to energy. They're actually completely immune to most of that stuff. They only have a weakness to ice and so basic. Oh, and of course physical. They're not weak to physical, but it does pretty decent damage, and of course holy. Now, Betrayed Wraiths are the bane of existence for mages. It's honestly one of the biggest pain in the ass creatures for mages to kill. Reason being, it is immune to all mage elements except for ice and physical is the best option. So if you're a druid, you're going to want to use physical strike or explosions, as they do hit a little bit harder. And Betrayed Wraiths also heal very rapidly. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. They heal more than Hydras, and they heal for more than Hydras, and they heal more frequently than Hydras, so you know just how much they heal. Lost Souls are least resistant to energy. I think they have only a 10% resistance to energy, so that's why you see me using energy-based attacks on them. And then ice comes in at like a close second for like 20 or something. So that's pretty much the rundown on most of the creatures. And the wraiths, like I said, are just a major pain in the ass for us mages. And you can see that, and I think I already said this, but you can see they have a 50% resistance to ice damage. You can see my avalanches dealing around 300 to the hand, while only doing around 100 to the Betrayed Wraith. So it's pretty crazy. And right there, I was a little scared just because of the simple fact that I had a hand close to me that was at green, and I had the Betrayed Wraith, and if they had comboed, they could potentially kill me. The Wraiths are actually not that strong, so that's the nice thing. They don't really hit too hard. They do have an attack that reduces distance fighting, I believe. And they can paralyze, I think. But other than that, they're really not too much to deal with. So you can see that I use SDs on the Dark Torturers, as like I said, they only have a 10% resistance to death. And Dark Torturers, that's one of the main reasons people like to hunt here, is for those. Other than their pain in the ass throwing knives, they do have the potential to deal, or to give butcher's axes, so yeah, as I said, they do have a chance of dropping steel boots, a really good chance, like I think like up to like 5 or 6%, so that's awesome. I mean, that means that about 1 in 20 are going to get steel boots, which is a 30k item. If there was just like a spot filled with Dark Torturers alone, I would love to hunt there, because the amount of money you would make is outrageous. Lost Souls, they give a decent amount of stuff as well. You know, they just started dropping tower shields. They drop, oh, let's see, skull staffs, stone skin amulets, lots of plats, unholy bones, which the Betrayed Wraiths drop, and so do undead dragons, lots of those. So you see I get a cat's paw here too, and that's actually a torture instrument, which is a neat little item. I think we loot 2 here altogether, and I just think they're cool, so. Actually, this is the first video of my team hunt with these guys. I'm going to be doing, well, releasing the rest of the videos once I get all of the audio together. I'm working on that right now. Obviously, this isn't a live commentary as I was on Skype with them, because since these are really tough areas, I'd rather be safe and have quick communication so that we don't have to type to one another. And anyone will tell you that the Blood Halls is one of the most lethal spots you can hunt in. It is just crazy. So we end up pulling a Wraith and a Torturer at the same time, and you can see that the Torturer is targeting me and giving me a pretty hard time with some throwing knives, and those and the Lost Souls are the only things here that will actually not walk through the energy. So that's why we keep the energy walls up, is to keep the Torturers and the Souls out. The Hands of Cursed Fate and the Betrayed Wraiths will walk right through it because they are completely immune to it, and there is no wall that you can use to prevent them, so it's kind of unfortunate. But we do get a lot of pots from these guys too, which is really nice, as it allows us to continue hunting, and it allows me to refill like 2 great mana pots plus the concentrated demonic bloods, which have a 50-50 chance of coming out to either a strong mana pot or a strong health pot, of course. And we get the Dark Tort. And honestly, I always thought it was kind of ridiculous that their melee, just really is not that powerful. But their throwing knives are just outrageous. It does make sense. I understand why Sipsoft would do that, because they want them to be a threat to you at range, but they're just such beefy looking creatures that just does not seem like they would be using throwing knives. It seems like they'd want to get up close and personal, right? They're a torturer, so. But I don't know, that's just one of the many things that I find to be somewhat hypocritical. Just like the fact that the Spellweaver's robe, which is dropped by Draken Spellweavers, it makes you resistant to energy, even though Spellweavers themselves are weak to energy. So I just always thought that was really interesting. Just because it's like a direct contradiction. So there's really nice spots to trap the creatures here, as you can see, and we get the hand trapped and just start laying it into him. And since he's trapped, I use my free go to conserve supplies as opposed to using avalanches or my explosions. And obviously this hunt was pre-Dragonling mount. Yes, that's what I meant. So I had not gotten that yet. So this hunt is actually from before I did my latest video. I just hadn't done the audio for this one, and I wanted to release something to you guys, and I wanted you guys to see me getting that mount while I had the chance to, with the Fury Gate open, because it's not actually open every day. I don't know how frequent it's open, because I only checked 2 days in a row, and one day it was open and one day it wasn't. So I don't know what the statistics are like on that. but I do know that it's open pretty frequently, and it's an awesome area to hunt. I made so much money there hunting by myself. I got like 16 red pieces of cloth, uh, and this is from like 3 or 4 hunts. 53 tarot rods, a ton of fire axes, a ton of fire swords, uh, 2 pairs of steel boots, a demon bone amulet from the Hellfire Fighters, and like 5 noble axes from Furies. So definitely really awesome stuff. And you can see here that the Torts drop gold ingots, which I love them. They're really nice. They weigh 15 and they are worth 5k a piece. And yeah, so at some point here soon the video is gonna stop and jump forward, and that's because I accidentally stopped recording in the middle of this, and I apologize for that, but you guys will see the rest of it. It's just gonna jump ahead a little bit. And you see right here how heavy the situation gets with just the mass amount of wraiths. And I start using explosions on the 3 that are already damaged. Another annoying thing about Betrayed Wraiths that I didn't mention is that they go invisible. But you guys probably already noticed that. So I'm about halfway through my demon task, which is 6,666 demons, and I have like about 3,100. So, and it's taken me quite a while to do that. And as I've said before, what really sucks about demons is their EXP rate. They are awesome, awesome creatures to hunt for loot on a sorcerer. I use SDs personally, and I make good money doing it. But you know, as a knight, obviously you're not going to be able to profit, most likely, and you're going to have terrible experience still. I'm sorry, guys. I know this commentary isn't the best. I'm a little on edge right now. There's just kind of some stupid shit going on, but I do have some good news, though. It's kind of good. It's actually neutral news as far as my channel goes. So I had a job interview at Maine's, which is a food distributor, for those of you who do not know, on Thursday, and it went really well. So I think I'm gonna be starting there soon, hopefully. I'm waiting for a call back from them, and that's a full-time job, so that means that I am not going to be able to do quite the amount of videos I've been doing lately. I know lately I've been producing a lot of videos, and that's what I like to do for you guys. You know, I try to do as much as I can, because not only do I enjoy doing it for you, but I know you guys enjoy seeing them. But obviously, since I can't make the type of money on this with the audience I have that I could make at a potential job, I have to focus on that job, and that's gonna have to take priority over my channel, which is really disappointing, because if I could make enough money from this channel to live on and not work, I would just make a ton of videos for you guys every day. I would have no problem with that, but unfortunately that's just not the case right now. So yep, so hopefully I do get hired within a couple months of working there. I'm not going to say exactly how much I'd be making, but within a couple months of working there I would be able to pay off some bills and most likely get an apartment with my girlfriend, or even on my own, which would be awesome. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So what's been going on with you guys? How's everything with your lives? Let me know in the comments below. I know that I don't always get into personal issues super often with these videos, but it doesn't mean that I don't like talking about it or that I don't care. So, you see I use avalanches here in order to deal damage to both the Betrayed Wraith and the hand, and while the damage it does to the Wraith is pretty much negligible, it's better than none, especially with the amount of healing these guys do. And so far we haven't really gotten that great of loot considering the amount we've killed. But this video does not end with no loot. It actually ends with a decent bit, not the best, not the worst. And we would go upstairs, but upstairs is insane. There's seriously probably like 3 or 4 Dark Torturers, 3 or 4 hands, and a couple Wraiths, and a couple Lost Souls, all in one area. You do need a team, a full team, to handle that. It is not something you can, just do on your own. So, obviously using explosions on the Wraiths. And yeah, after this, I'm going to give you guys a heads up on the next videos that I need to do a commentary on. We ended up going to the Arcanum, which I know Ildil and I do have a video of us hunting there, but we never actually went through the entire Arcanum and through the Soul Wells and to Anilion. And unfortunately, we were ill supplied, and both Diabolus and Ildil ended up dying at Anilion, which was really unfortunate, and I almost died too, and you guys will see that. But it was an awesome trip on the way there. I got some really, really good footage, and you guys get to see the entirety of the Soul Wells and the Arcanum. And the Soul Wells is the second part of the Arcanum, which houses phantasms, specters, lost souls, and demons. And you can see I just got the steel boots from that Dark Tort, and I think that's the only pair of steel boots we end up looting on this hunt, which makes about sense, right? Because I said about every 20 you'll get one. And I know that I hate doing this to you guys, because I know you guys want the longer commentaries, and I know that you would rather have me talk to the end of the video, and that since I'm not talking to the end of the video, you may not even watch to the end of the video. And that's fine, that's up to you, but unfortunately I'm strapped on time right now, so I'm gonna have to end it here. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment on this video with any feedback you may have for me, and if you haven't already and you enjoy the content I produce, subscribe to my channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next videos.